Hello everybody and welcome to my video of Road to 70 Agility. Never before have I ever gotten this agility level, even though I've wanted it multiple times throughout the past, but I just always gave up. I think the furthest I had ever gotten was 66 or 67 agility, and that was always in a very long period of time, but this time I truly gave it all in one go. I put in the work, I kept going, pushing. Of course there were times I felt like doing something else, but the slightest diversions always lasted for a short while. Of course I did some things that I realized were useful, like that were not necessarily helping for agility leveling itself, but it was very useful to get the Kendrin diaries done for the extra marks of grace. And of course, since farming, apart from the tithe minigame, of course, is a slow skill that you have to do over time, you have to do in between the other grinds, and therefore I did farming during agility as well. First it was to get the level, I think was 49 for the quest Fairy Tale Part 2. I think it was for the Kendrin medium diaries or for some other reason, but after a while I realized that I did not need to complete the quest Fairy Tale Part 2, and therefore I did not need to get 49 farming, and I could do the part of the fairy rings in order to get the right amount of farming levels. I mean, in order to get the diaries done without having to get the quest completed and without needing to get the farming level. Even though this happened, I continued to farm because I knew that in the future, if I needed farming, I'd be much more happy that I had done it during agility at the moment, instead of delaying it and not taking the time to do it during everything else. So as you can see, I did a lot of stuff aside agility as well, such as magic, and of course the Grand Exchange, buying and selling items, trying to make a little bit of profit, but I did not make much, although from the alchemy itself I did make a lot of profit. I suggest you do the same, because of course you can make a little bit of profit with the air battle stuffs, but you can make more profit with Dragonhide. They might not always buy, but if they do buy, you just have to put in an offer and be patient with it, and eventually you will get some profitable elks. Of course, the useful thing about battle staves is that they keep coming in within large amounts, whilst Dragonhides, they have a limit, first of all, and second of all, you can they might not always buy, while battle staves, since they are crafted so much at a very fixed price, that's what I mean, you're very likely to get a lot of battle staves, even if it's giving you 1 GP profit per elk. You're very likely to get them in large amounts in a very constant income. As you can see, this clip was a little bit longer just because I found it a very soothing animation, and I thought I'd share that with you. As you can see, I did Lumbridge diaries in between. This was actually to get the medium diaries done for the teleport to the farming location under Falador, but of course I was not able to get the medium diaries done because of the requirements. I was too far away from those requirements, and therefore I did not get it before 70 agility. I decided to stop with the easy diaries because the easy diaries I was able to get and even that was useful because of the free run energy, so I did not regret doing that. But of course I also decided, as you can see, to do herb farming because of the profit, and although it's not a lot of farming experience, I figured that logically, if I'm going to spend a lot of money on trees, fruit and normal trees during farming, then of course I'm going to lose a lot of money with farming, and therefore I figured, why not do the most profitable thing from farming to get a little bit of that money back, and of course I still get farming experience. I figured that if I combine the two, herb farming and tree farming, that the experience per GP is much more at a steady average price, instead of costing me a lot of money. So yeah, a lot of farming, of course, because those clips, they last much longer than the agility. Agility is a very, very monotonous grind, and of course only the marks of grace and the levels are the outstanding parts of it. The rest is just continuous clicking. I could record that, but that would make a very long video. You would be on my grind, whilst of course that is not as enjoyable. You better do the grind for yourself. That is a much smarter idea. So during this clip I did the last few marks of grace, magic, and of course the final agility level to 70 agility. See you in the next video.